today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Mixon last week, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be Taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that time they get the... Tight end on the hold.
Normally, he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
After the penalty, it's Mixon, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now.
We'll check on his status when we get back. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now Burrow.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 45. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. The numbers for him from 15 carries, 61 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a real... Good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals.
Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that for Up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down now, Mixon. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. The 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think
now Burrow loses the football.
a lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here we go. Ready? Raise up. 58, right over there. Turtles up. 58, right there. Let's go, Hattie.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards. It's a gain of
having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Rolling to his right. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield now, Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big Connection on that one. 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. McCann's got it teed up. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. High throw, but he makes the catch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought it may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it to Mixon on the check down. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Burrow will throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd down and goal. Burrow back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
McCann for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We begin with the Battle of the Great Lakes, Chicago on the shores of Lake Michigan, heading to the shores of Lake Erie to take on Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And it's the visiting L.A. Chargers who are out in front. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for... Quarter number 3. So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll buy some time right. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A good position to be in here. 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They will throw on first down with Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. 7 yards the pickup there. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow completes it to Evan Ingram.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds it deep.
A leap in. He's got it. He got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now, the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Right back to him on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write the...
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And partner, there's really no... The Bengals drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll set up a throw. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good? They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word. I just kept using it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air again, Burrow. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, good move. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Brooks. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now back to throw. Rolling to his right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Von Bell. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, we've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon.